Thank you for the Crown Palace. That was an amazing meal. We have a few more things in the program that are about to happen, and we're getting things ready. And I'm going to use the time to say a few things about mom. Like, you know, you've been with mom, but I don't know if you know mom. So, for example, she was born. What year was that? 1927. October 19, 1927. And you probably would know that she's a very smart lady. She's a real smart lady. In fact, she went to elementary school at Mabini in Quiapo. And she skipped 3 grades. She jumped from from first to second, and second to third, and third to fourth. So she actually finished elementary school young. And when she went to Mapa High School, I think it was third year high school when the Japanese invaded the Philippines. And she had to stop high school. So third year high school, she was just 14 years old. And then because of the war, she had to stop school. And during liberation time, she continued her high school. The last 7 months of high school, she enrolled at La Consolacion College. And that's when she graduated in 1945. And then she studied pharmacy at the University of Santo Tomas. She graduated cum laude. So those are a few things that I'm not really sure. In fact, I don't know. I only sort of dug a lot of that talking to her yesterday and today. But I sort of knew, but I did not know the details. She's the eldest of 4 siblings, 2 brothers and one sister. She came to first in 1985. She I apologize. So when did you get married? 1954. 1954, she and my dad got married. My dad, Javier, and her opened up a pharmacy, a drugstore in Manila, and that was their core business. And in 1985, we got her to come to Canada. We got them to come to Canada, and they stayed there for a year. And they said it's too cold, so they went back home. Canada's too cold. And so they got back to the Philippines and continued the pharmacy business, and eventually they retired. And then they moved to Staten Island in 1999, yes. Her family, I forgot to mention that she's her parents. My grandfather was a violinist. There's music in our family. My grandfather was a violinist, and his brothers were musicians. So that's why we are a family of musicians. And my grandmother was a singer. So this is our family. That's why our family lives in music, and that's been passed on to generations. And now her own family. She has 3 sons. I'm the eldest, and we have a brother in Australia, Bobby, and of course Ray here in the U.S. So she's because her 3 sons are separated. She has lived in Canada, in Australia, and the U.S. Because She stayed with us for a few months at a time. And in Canada, she has 4 grandchildren and 4 great-grandchildren. In Australia, she has three, oh, sorry, three grandchildren and 2 great-grandchildren. I'm losing count. And then here in New York, she has 2 grandchildren and 1 grandchild. So in total, there are 9 grandchildren and 7 great-grandchildren. That's our family. So, and hopefully, and it's still growing. Okay. Well, we're gonna. We're gonna bring Mom to the cake because she's gonna have her blowing of the candles. Oh, a couple more things, by the way, that people who know my mom would know this. We already know she's smart. She's also absent-minded. Like, and in fact, she tells me this story. She said there was a time she was going to brush her teeth and she made milk to bring them back. Yeah. So she's actually very good in remembering unimportant details, like who is the leading man in a movie. She's great with movie trivia, and actually can outdo us in memorizing those details. But sometimes she forgets other things. The other thing that you would know about my mom, she has this very lively laughter. Yeah. We'll try to make that happen tonight. Are we ready? Okay, we're gonna do we're gonna sing first. Okay. I guess before the birthday cake, Ray and I will be singing a birthday song.